Hi.
How was a wicket like? The newly red wicket.
Was it right?
Wicket like?
It was okay. I thought it was a good wicket. We obviously played really well. I think the new ball did a little bit early on this morning. But as always, we wanted to bat first on there, and we thought it might spin a little bit more later on. Unfortunately, it didn't. I thought they played really well. We got 2 early wickets, but they still seemed to get some runs in the power play. Overs 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I thought they played pretty well.
Jonathan, Noor has so much experience of playing in Chennai, but he didn't play today. Do you think you missed him, and what were the reasons for not playing him?
We just thought that with the cracks, it would be a little bit uneven bounce, and we were right with that. I think the selection was correct. We just didn't bowl well enough. The seamers just didn't bowl well enough, unfortunately. So I thought they played well. They put pressure on the seamers. I think hindsight is always a nice thing or a dangerous thing as well. So I didn't think it was going to spin a huge amount as well. I know Noah's got experience playing here, but these are new wickets, so it's not like he would have bowled on them before. So there is that. But yes, you always think whenever you lose, you wish you could have done things a little bit differently, don't you? So.
Hi, Jonathan. Gulbadeen's innings is a big positive for your team. Obviously, he was dropped a few months back, and then I think he was sent to the Hong Kong tournament. Now coming back, played this innings. So he's also had a bit of success in the IL T20 batting up. So can you just talk about the move to have him up at number 3?
Yeah, without giving too many tactics away, I thought he plays well, and that position suits him. So hopefully he can continue to do that. I thought he's been looking in decent form. He just hasn't got the runs, and in the series against the West Indies, he didn't get too many. But hopefully he's starting to hit form now, and he can continue this form for the rest of the tournament. He's a strong hitter of the ball. He's very experienced. He's played a lot of cricket all around the world, and has been successful in India before in our T20 series here a couple of years ago. So he's fond of playing here in India, and these wickets suit him. So hopefully he can continue that form. He's a good player.
It looked like New Zealand would struggle to chase once Mujib took those early couple of wickets. Can you tell us a bit about Mujib's expertise in the power play? He's been getting wickets consistently in the first 6 overs, and how it allows the captain some flexibility later in the innings?
It does, yeah, but we've got to be able to build that pressure at both sides. And I think, after when Mujib got those 2 wickets in the first over, we then got 40 in the next 4 overs, or 38 in the next 4 overs. So they still finished the power play relatively strong. If we had perhaps reduced that a little bit and then come out the power play, it would have been a bit more pressure on them. So we weren't able to build that pressure at both sides. I thought Mujib did it really well. But him and himself, he's a very, very good bowler with lots of variations. And today we saw how dangerous he can be.
What teams made around 40-50 runs in the power play. Going further in the tournament, do you think they need to put more runs on the board in the power play? As bowlers need cushioning in T20 format, they're still going further in the tournament.
I think it depends on the surface really as well. I think sometimes you have your targets, your stats say certain things, but sometimes it might be a little bit more than that, and sometimes you need to go a little bit more if you get the opportunity, or I think that's important. So I think it's important to be flexible in that, but I think, the power play is certainly going to be important. But the one thing I would say, and you've seen now, the power that players and in-batters have at the end of the innings, we saw there in New Zealand, it was difficult to stop them, and it was difficult for them to stop us as well when we had 2 in-players. So I think you've got to get that balance, and it's not about trying to get 70 or 80 and losing 4 wickets in the power play. You've got to find that right balance. So I thought we did that okay today. We lost a wicket in the last ball of the power play, but we still managed to put a decent score on the board.
Jonathan, could you tell us a little bit about Darwish Rasuli's development? He was He was with the Rising Stars. He's with the senior team now. He played a lot of eye-catching shots against really high-quality bowling. So, could you talk us?
Well, yeah, he's been in and around the squad a few times and played, and we saw how well he played against the West Indies in the series there in Dubai. So, his form continued today, and he solidifies that middle order nicely. So his form is great, and hopefully, like Gulbadin, he can continue that form at sort of number 5, and that power that he does has. We saw the power that he has. So I'm excited to see him go for the rest of the tournament, and he's developed nicely, and he's been in and around the squads, and our coaches have worked with him, so they deserve a lot of credit, and hopefully all the hard work pays off himself, but also the work we've done with him.
Question? Thank you.
Good, thank you very much.
No, the wicket was very good. I've played a bit here in Chennai, and it can turn my experience here, but I thought the wicket was exceptional. I think the way Matt Henry and Duff bowled up top, they extracted what little there was in the wicket, bowled really nicely. And then, obviously with the way Afghanistan batted, they managed to post a good total, but happy to get across the line.
Hi, Locke. Could you sort of talk about managing your return to play thing and also your first over where there was sort of everything, a short ball, a yorker, and that slower one. So could you just talk about coming back and sort of hitting your straps in that first over?
Yeah, nice to be back playing for sure. It's frustrating not playing and being on the sidelines and going through injuries, but as we've seen in international cricket, it's sort of par for the course at the moment. So from my point of view, nice to be back on the park. Done a lot of hard work to get here. Love playing for this team. But yeah, first over, I think I missed a couple of times. I don't think they were all perfect balls, but the back of the hand one I was pretty tough with.
Okay, at the halfway stage, 182 on the board, what was the feeling in the camp? Did you think that they had left a few out there? Or did you think it was par?
Firstly, nice shirt. Happy with that one. Yeah, well done. Half of it's good. Nah. It's tough. I think India, it's hard to know sometimes what a par score is. The wickets here are so good. The years I've been coming, they've been getting better and better. So I think with the power we had on our side, it was a total that we thought we could chase for sure. But obviously a lot of hard work needed to go in there. Mujib getting those back-to-back wickets was a huge sort of roadblock for us. But no, the way that Saif batted with Glenn was outstanding to sort of, I guess, soak up that pressure and then turn it back on Afghanistan. So really happy with the team. The boys batted exceptionally well. Nice to get the 2 points.
So, man, just a second one on that is, do you know what happened in that catch between Daryl Mitchell, Finn Allen, and all three of them running towards the ball? What was the calling, was it?
That's not an easy catch, that. I don't think many people would be taking that, to be fair. It was just inside the boundary. I think more than anything what we can take from that is the commitment that all three of them went for the catch. But I can tell you, having tried to catch those before, they are not easy to catch. So obviously disappointing. The way Matt Henry bowled up top, he deserved the wicket. But that's the way T20 cricket goes. But no, the commitment was outstanding.
Lockie, feels like Glenn Phillips kind of sharpens up when there's a crisis. He's come in early before in the 2022 World Cup against Sri Lanka and played a pretty cool knock. He kind of pulled New Zealand out of the fire again. So does he kind of sharpen up in a crisis? Do you know?
Yeah, Glenn's world class. I don't know how many times we need to keep saying this, but he is world class player. He has all the shots. These grounds are too small for him. He's unbelievably strong, but I think he's a big game player in the sense that he enjoys those moments. He's done it for a long time, even when he started with me at Auckland. He always shone in the big matches, so nice to see him today do the same, and as I said earlier, soak up that pressure that the boys had and put it back on Afghanistan, and that's exactly what we want from him, batting at 4. It's such an important position. But his experience in this country, he's had a lot of success in the last few weeks here, playing against very strong India side, so I've got high hopes for him for the rest of the tournament.
Lockie, you just spoke about that variations that you have, like cutters and back of the hand stuff. Can you just tell us about the importance of having those variations in this kind of pitches and tournaments where the batsmen are increasingly trying to look for runs?
Yeah, it's a non-negotiable. Every international bowler has those variations. some variations suit the bowling style. For me, back of the hand works well. For Matt Henry and Duff, off cutters are really nice, just how the actions line up. But it's such an important part of the game, particularly in this part of the world where the wickets are so good. You need to change the ball in the air or off the surface. So I think it's something we work very hard on. Picking and choosing the times to use them is sometimes a challenge, and obviously with the way I bowl, it's important to keep running in and bowling quick, so that change-ups, when it does happen, becomes as more of a surprise. But, we're always learning and growing as we play this game. I'm, still learning about when to use it, but nice to get across the line today.
Lockie, you sort of touched upon the change-ups. You also had this knuckle ball, I think, which you used in Sri Lanka. Trent sort of developed it so late in his career, so I was wondering, how do you sort of develop the knuckle ball, and would that be something you'd show us here in India as well?
I bowled 2 today, didn't you not see them? One was a Yorker.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, okay, next time. Tough crowd, jeez. But yeah, look, something, again, I've learned to develop my game over here. I've found that IPL players are very good at picking up back-of-the-hand slow balls, so I've worked on a ball where my wrist doesn't change too much. Comes out good, sometimes not so good, others, sometimes people don't see it, so that's disappointing. But look, as I said, you're always trying to develop your game. You play the same players often, so they get a read on you, and you're always trying to stay one step ahead.
So, from a tournament's perspective, how important do you think this win will be, being in group of death with South Africa also in the ranks? How important is this win for you guys?
Yeah, I think we've got a really tough pool. We knew coming into this game it was a big game. We obviously had a bit of heartbreak last World Cup against such a strong Afghanistan side, and we know how dangerous they are, and they showed that today again. So it was a close win, but again, getting the 2 points is so important early in the tournament, much like it is for every team. But, we've got to enjoy that this afternoon, and then we've got a sort of one-day turnaround to our next game, so important to focus on that one now.